Hi everyone, Vincent here, and I just wanted to give a Dumpee Christmas message for 2022. If you're listening to this podcast, then you are going through a difficult time regarding a breakup. Maybe your breakup was last week, or perhaps it was more than a year ago. And that is the first point I want to touch upon in today's message, is the fact that it doesn't matter how long ago your breakup was. If you're going through the grind, you need to work through things at your own pace. This is not a race. You're experiencing a combination of feelings similar to grief and drug withdrawal. And these feelings, in particular the aspect of grief, is not something which can be raced through. This is a marathon, it is not a sprint. Now please don't compare your journey to anybody else that you know or people that you don't know. Just because your friend or family member might, quote unquote, have got over their ex very quickly, it doesn't mean that you have to follow their path. Your journey will be different. You will move through things at your own pace, at your own speed. And like I just said, it doesn't matter if your breakup was last week, last year, a few months ago, or a few years ago. You are currently going through the grind, you're not feeling your best right now, and that's why you're hearing and listening to me speak right now. And I'm going to try to give you that boost that you deserve and perhaps you feel you need, but it's going to be honest, an honest, genuine message to you about what you can look forward to in the future. And that is the fact that you will have a happy, bright, exciting future. It might not feel it. You might feel like you will never smile again, but trust me, you will. I speak from experience as well as speaking to people over many years as a relationship coach. Whether you get your ex back or not will not dictate whether or not you smile again, whether or not you feel happiness again, whether or not you achieve your goals, because you are the captain of your ship. You are the person who is the driving force moving forward to live the life that you want to and deserve to. So please don't feel that your ex is the reason why you feel happy or why you feel sad. That is not true. That is not the case. With or without them, you will have a positive future. Now, I wanted to specifically, in today's Christmas message, speak about finances. You know, in the year of 2022, lots of people are going through difficult financial circumstances. And this can be something which you can really focus on in a positive way during your breakup. And the reason I say this is, as a Dumpee, you have one thing going for you, and that is time. You have the time that you would have spent with your ex. You have the time that you would have been spending texting your ex or on the phone to your ex or video calls to your ex. Basically, what I'm trying to get across is you have an opportunity to focus that time in a positive way. And maybe you could link this to finances. If you are struggling with your finances, even if you're not struggling, but you just want to improve your financial position, this is the moment for you because you have time. And when you have time, you can be productive. Maybe you need to go to college. Maybe you need to do an online course. Maybe you need to do something to gain the qualifications you would need to get the type of job that you desire. Perhaps you are already working in the line of work that you want to, but you need to be a little bit more dedicated towards it, especially if you're self-employed. If you're running your own business, you might need to really put in that extra effort. Well, again, you have time. Now, if all you feel like doing is sitting at home alone in a darkened room feeling upset, well, you wouldn't be the first person to say that. Many Dumpees feel exactly the same as you. But what I am saying is that this isn't the best use of your time. And you being a productive person, you living your life to the full, you becoming a version 2.0 of yourself is not going to prevent your ex coming back. If anything, it might get them back. So if you're thinking to yourself, I don't have the energy to put effort into college, into qualifications, into a job, into my business, what I would say is, if you've got the energy to think about your ex, try to transfer that energy into something more useful and helpful. And if you need to think in a way which is, if I want to get my ex back, I need to improve my financial position, I need to get a better job, I need to show that I am a functioning person, then use that as fuel to position yourself in a way where you can do just that. Now, there is no 100% guaranteed way to get your ex back. Getting a better job, living your life to the full, none of these things can guarantee you'll get your ex back. But let me tell you, being ambitious, setting goals, becoming a version 2.0 of yourself is attractive. And you need to be the most attractive version of yourself that you can, rather than a version 0.5, which is actually a worse version of yourself than your ex knew. If your ex ended a relationship when you had a job and now you sit at home alone all the time and you've actually lost your job because you can't go to work, well, you are in a worse position now than when your ex ended a relationship. You need to improve yourself, not diminish yourself. So this focus that I'm giving you right now, whether it is actually finances or whether it is something more regarding goal setting, achievements, skill set, might not be connected to your work, might be connected to your hobbies, your interests, just being a more well-rounded person. These types of things will increase your chances of attracting your ex. They will also increase your chances of attracting somebody even better than your ex. So, to clarify, if you want to sit at home alone, if you feel so upset that you just want to focus on thinking about your ex and wondering what can I do to get them back, what I'm telling you is that time you're sitting at home alone, you could be using to improve yourself, become a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday, a better person tomorrow than you are currently today. That may increase the chance of getting your ex back, but sitting at home alone, wondering what to do, certainly won't. You need to be the best version of yourself for you, not just your ex. But if thinking about your ex is the way to get you into that mindset, to give you that get up and go, then maybe that's what you need to do right now. If you need additional support, if you would like me to be your teammate and your coach moving forward, then please consider my audio coaching service where me and you can speak one-on-one. Check out my website www.dateme.tips for more details of my audio coaching service. But right now, as we approach the end of today's Christmas message to Dumpees of 2022, I wanted to focus on you and what you can be doing during the Christmas period to prevent yourself from maybe making further errors. And when I say that, what I mean, generally speaking, is reaching out to your ex for a non-necessary reason. Our mind doesn't help us during a breakup. Our mind will give us reasons to reach out to an ex which really aren't necessary. And if you have been dumped, generally speaking, you should never be contacting your ex again unless they contact you first. Whether or not you send your ex a Christmas message is up to you, but I would suggest if you haven't had a positive interaction with your ex during December, then I wouldn't reach out to them on Christmas Day. Not unless they send you a Merry Christmas message first, of course. So what can you do to take your mind off things? Well, make sure you're not alone. Ideally, spend time with friends or family. If you can't do this for whatever reason, see if there are any social events in your town or city that you can go and mix with other people. This will always give you a better mindset. If none of this is possible, then make sure at least that you send your friends or family a text, give them a call. And if you can't do anything like that for whatever reason, if you can't strike up a conversation, then make sure you're active the best way you can. Exercise is always a great way to improve your mood and to increase your feelings of positivity. The positive endorphins will flood your mind when you exercise. Even just going for a walk can be enough to really brighten your day. So maybe a walk could be what you plan to do on Christmas Day. Listen to music, but make sure it's upbeat. Don't listen to things which are sad. Don't listen to songs about relationships and breakups. Watch your favourite movies, but again, make sure they are fun, happy, comedies, not sad, not upsetting, not something that makes you think of your ex. Eat your favourite food, whether you like traditional Christmas meal or whether you want to eat something a little bit specific to you. Do that, treat yourself, you deserve it, this is for you. Christmas time can be a wonderful time, but it can also be a lonely time. And if you are worried that being lonely is something that could happen to you, make sure you take the steps to try and prevent that from being the case. Ultimately, if you really, really feel lonely, check online, check the details of where you can contact people in your country to have a conversation. Most countries have telephone numbers that you can call to speak with somebody over this time of year so you don't feel lonely. So at the end of the day, there should be at least somebody you can speak with. Ideally, it will be friends or family. Ideally, you will be with them in person, but if you can't, there is always that option. Depression is serious. Depression is real. And if you feel that you're slipping into this, make sure you contact a local doctor. They will help you get through this time because trust me, these are temporary feelings. You are in a dark, bleak tunnel, but you will get through this. Don't feel lost. Don't feel alone. Keep moving forward. Keep talking and make sure that if possible, you are spending time with other people. There is no reason why 2023 can't be the best year of your life. You might be thinking that's impossible. How can next year be the best year of my life? It might be, in your instance, the first year that you perhaps won't be with your ex. But let me just say that you never know what the future holds. We never know when the story ends. And I'm not trying to give you false hope, but just because your ex isn't in this current chapter of your life, there is no reason why they can't have a starring role a few chapters down the line. Even if they don't reappear, you can and will find somebody even better. They weren't perfect. They weren't the only person for you. You can and will find better people if you grow your attraction net, and that connects with what I've been saying about self-improvement. I have many podcasts giving hints, tips and advice on these very subjects, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring the bell for notifications to check out all of my content. And again, if you do want to speak to me one-on-one, go to my website www.dateme.tips for more details of my audio coaching. For now though, all I can say is Merry Christmas, live your best life, and remember that happiness will be there for you. It's not gone forever, it's round the next corner. You just don't know when that next corner is. Happy Christmas, everyone. And if you feel that this podcast has helped you, then please consider buying me a coffee. The link to do so is in the description.